Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to high school basketball presented by the NBC Watertown Stream Team, brought to you by the Bob Johnson Auto Group and Drex Subs. My name's Connor Lalone. Joining me for commentary is Ron Rockwood. We're down here in, is it New Bremen? Is it Beaver Falls?
Beaver Falls.
Beaver Falls. Cody Wheeler, who's on the camera, and I were talking about that tonight, trying to figure out exactly where we were down here in Lewis County. And Beaver Falls it is, says the expert. Tonight on senior night for the Beaver River girls, they'll take on the Harrisville Pirates. We'll get underway, and Beaver River will control the ball. We're in white uniforms here at home. Pass into the corner. That's going to get deflected out of play off the foot of Anna Rogie and out of bounds. So first possession and the first turnover for Beaver River. Saw them a couple of weeks ago in Copenhagen in a close game.
Yeah, it was a second chance to see the Beavers in action, and also a second chance to see a school from up north from Section 10. We saw, was it Edwards Knox?
Edwards Knox.
Yep, who played General Brown very well, and now a chance to see Harrisville. So excited to see a little Section 10 basketball.
In the corner was Monnet, and taken away by Harrisville.
Atkinson.
Steal for Atkinson. Onto this near side, Miller. Now all the way back to the far side for Schmidt. Back up top. Fake the three, driving in Fayette, and then dished out to the near corner. That one's going to go out of bounds. No, blocking foul.
Called the block, yep.
Wiley with the whistle on the near side. Wait to see
Sure
who gets that foul.
I want to say Metzler, but I'm not sure.
Thought about the three now with a mid-range floater. That was Schmidt. She can't get it to fall. Fight for the rebound. It comes out to the far side. Anna Rogie will take it away and then dishes off for Ellis St. Croix, and she'll carry the ball for Beaver River. She did a lot of that when we watched them in Copenhagen. St. Croix saw a lot of the basketball. This one poked free and then corralled by Naomi Rogie, who was being harassed, picked up the ball, and then dished out to the far side. St. Croix came to the stop, now throwing into the
look
post.
Inside. And wow, I thought they called a foul. Nice shot from Metzler.
Right at the buzzer, there was some contact. I wasn't sure, couldn't tell if there was a whistle or not with how loud the buzzer is in here.
It does kind of echo in here.
Especially through the headset. Tends to be a little loud, no matter where we are, but especially here. Ball poked free. Fight for it on the far side. Good physical battle. There was a lot of that in the JV game that happened before this one, which ended up going into overtime.
Crazy game in the girls' game.
Neither JV team could really score the ball very well. Final score at the end of regulation was 19-19. And then it ended up going into overtime, so that's why this one's started a little late. Good hands underneath. And the steal.
And then Beaver River lit it up in overtime. They put up 9 points in 4 minutes in the JV game. They couldn't miss.
Definitely impressive.
Beaver River aggressive on the offensive end.
Taking the ball right underneath. And this time it's going to work out for him as St. Croix is going to draw the foul. She'll head to the line for 2 shots.
Looks like we're going to have to keep our eyes open. I don't think they're putting the player or the number of fouls on the board.
1 foul apiece for either team. First free throw for St. Croix is good. And you're right, they haven't put either of them up on the board. We're going to have to actually maybe do our jobs for once instead of relying on the scorekeeper.
Guy's got one more thing to keep track of. We need fouls. Nice shooting, 2 for St. Croix.
4-0 lead early. 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Into the corner, 3-pointer. No good. Offensive rebound, and then fouled on the shot was Atkinson. She'll head to the line for 2 shots. 3-pointer in the corner for Lola Miller. Just a little too strong, but a good offensive board. And then went right back up with it. Atkinson's first one too strong off the back of the iron. But a chance to get Harrisville on the board. 4-0 to score. It'll stay that way. Fight for it underneath. Jump ball. It looked like Monnet was going to come up with the rebound at first, but
possession to the Beavers. I must have missed a jump ball. I thought they won the tip, so I thought possession was to Harrisville.
Rogie can't save it in the corner. It's going to go out of play. Not a lot of room over there in front of the bleachers on the far side of the gymnasium. Not quite as tight as Copenhagen.
I was just thinking that.
Still not a lot of room. Near side, Miller to Atkinson in the post. Now back out to Miller. She goes up top for Fayette, and then this one's all the way out to the far side. Three-pointer short. Rebounded by Metzler, who got it to Rogie. And then Rogie
good save.
Got it to St. Croix. She's got to get it over half court, and they do. Three-pointer on the far side for Haley Schmidt was no good for Harrisville. This one poked away from Rogie. Has to go into the backcourt. And then the pass for St. Croix was tipped out of play.
Quick hands for Harrisville. They get hands on a lot of passes.
Yeah, it was Atkinson that time. They've been jumping the passing lanes for sure. Atkinson got the last touch, so Beaver River will inbound. Metzler gets it over to Rogie on the half court. Shot clock is all the way down. And nobody really realized it. I didn't realize it myself either. Wasn't paying attention. Shot clock violation. Harrisville gets the ball back, still looking for their first bucket. Near side, and then a good feed underneath. Miller finding LaPlatney, and she'll head to the line. So free throws 3 and 4 coming up for Harrisville.
I think they called it on night 15. I'm not sure.
Well, if there was a battle down low and involved Emily Knight, I don't think anybody would really be surprised.
Nope, she does the grunt work down in there. She does it very well.
Both free throws again, no good for Harrisville, and they still haven't managed to break into the scoring column.
Nice pass up ahead to Monnet. Oh,
good look in transition for the Beavers, and they can't get the shot to fall. Coming the other way, Jalen Fayette now into the corner, right in front of us. Fayette going to take the long three.
Boom.
And that one smooth as silk. And just like that, it's a one-point game, 4-3. Knight gets it inbounds. And then Rogie and Knight couldn't get out of each other's way there.
I think Rogie dribbled it off a Knight's leg. He's trying to get around. There was just no space.
So out of play. Harrisville gets the ball. Miller inbounds. And then pass for Miller on the near side. Fight for it, and another jump ball.
We'll stay on this end, but at least we switch the arrow.
So another inbound right down in front of us. Miller gets it to Fayette. Fayette into the far corner. Good passing, but good hands from Beaver River to poke it away. Came back out to Fayette. Her floater no good. Got her own rebound. And then Miller dished it out to the far side for Schmidt. Long three again. That one Atkinson way up off the back of the iron, and then a fight for it underneath. A lot of contact. Knight was there. Got the first hand on it, but rebound for Haley Schmidt. Then another jump ball.
A lot of jump balls. Starting to have a little struggle inside. They're going after it now. Haven't done a bunch of scoring, but they're fighting for the rebounds.
Inbound pass from Knight was taken away. Mid-range jumper, long mid-range jumper, rattled out from LaPlatney. Here comes Rogie the other way with the right hand. No good. Off the left side of the iron. Did go out of play. And I think you're right, Ron. A couple of subs for Harrisville. In the game, Ava Bear, as well as Addison Jackson. Knight with the ball. Throws one up from the mid-range. And it is saved underneath. No, stepped out of bounds.
She was standing on the line when she grabbed it.
Hannah Rogie with the offensive rebound. Foot was on the line. Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 4-3. Neither team finding the bottom of the bucket with any consistency. Underneath, LaPlatney now back out. Up top, Schmidt dribbling, poke free, and taken away by St. Croix. To Knight.
Oh,
fake the
lane
shot.
Opened up. Nice.
Somehow the ball worked its way out.
Rogie found it with an open look.
Naomi Rogie. I'm not sure that was really a pass, but it worked that way. Rogie adds 2 more, 6-3. On the near side, Bear driving in with a right hand, drew the foul. Threw that one way up off the top of the glass.
I like to see that. That's the smallest person on the court taking it right in to the taller players and putting the ball up. Aggressive.
Both teams have been that way. Harrisville's taken a couple of threes, too. Got one to rattle in. That's their only points until now. Bear adds the free throw, 6-4. And the second, no good. Fight for it underneath. And taken away by Hannah Rogie. She gets the ball to Knight, and then out to Naomi Rogie, who has it up top now against Atkinson. Dished off. St. Croix. St. Croix driving against Jackson. Going to take the long mid-range shot off the glass. No
nice
good, but an offensive rebound and the foul. That'll send Hannah Rogie to the line.
Foul was on LaPlatney, I believe. She didn't like the call. They rarely do.
First free throw, no good from Hannah Rogie. Free throws are so important, especially in games where teams struggle to score the basketball. We saw a foul with 0.2 seconds left in the JV game. And
yeah, the girl missed him.
He only needed one to win the game, and she missed both. Harrisville ended up losing. Makes such a difference. Second one, good from the line that time.
Nice shot.
For Rogie, and then one turned in for 2 points.
Jackson got to the hole and soft touch off the back of the rim, ended up falling for her.
Jackson, not a lot of height either, but that hasn't really deterred Harrisville from taking the ball to the paint. Metzler, good
nice
feed
pass.
Underneath. Shot no good. Fight for the rebound and taken away by Knight. Knight looked to go right back up with it. Instead will pass out. Pass deflected. Metzler driving in. Block.
Oh, they called the block. Could have gone either way on that call.
Good effort by Beaver River to keep that play alive offensively. Couple of offensive rebounds. Knight and Naomi Rogie will check out. Ball inbounded and then dished out to the near side. Long three, rattles around, no good. Rebounded by Metzler, tried to turn back in, was met there. St. Croix with a three.
She doesn't shoot a lot.
Looked like a pretty decent shooting form from St. Croix.
Yep. I think she's just focused on handling the ball and distributing it. And
Atkinson, odd angle shot, hit the glass, offensive rebound, and then the mid-range jumper for Ava Bearer. Under 30 seconds to go, and all of a sudden, Harrisville, who couldn't score for the first 3 minutes of the game, have a lead.
Look.
Good feed underneath. And Metzler couldn't get it to fall. Harrisville trying to push the tempo. Jackson driving in, dishing out, taken away. Steal for St. Croix.
Nope.
7 seconds to go. St. Croix going to take
triple.
the three.
Bang! Nice.
Big smile on her face as she comes over to the bench at the end of the first quarter.
Pretty good action-packed first quarter. 10-8. Traded the lead a couple times. Might be in for a good one here tonight.
Well, these two teams have played once already this season. That was way back on December the 2nd. And in Harrisville, Beaver River fell 53-46. So you'd have reckoned coming into this game that the two teams would be relatively competitive.
Evenly matched, yep.
And it's been that way so far.
Based on that scoring, you'd almost expect this to be a little higher. That was basically a 50-50 game. On pace for more of a 40-35 game here. But they got a little warmer there near the end of the quarter. Some shots started going down, so maybe the scoring will pick up in the second quarter. But plenty of action. Hands, girls on the floor wrestling for loose balls.
3 or 4 jump balls at least. Been a good battle. I feel like I use that word a lot, but especially some of the smaller schools, the games really can feel like that. You can grind it out, see who can play the better defense.
Nice steal. Speaking of defense, the other thing I noticed in that first quarter, several subs for both teams, really no drop-off in the level of play. They don't lose a lot by bringing in their 5, 6, their 6th, 7th, 8th person off the bench.
Foul underneath. That's going to go against Bear. Size mismatch as Metzler's going to head to the line. First one rolls around the rim and comes out. And the second from Metzler, same thing.
Boy.
Able to save it and keep it in bounds. Offensive rebound for Aubrey Monette, and then another jump ball. And Beaver River will keep it. Monette looking to inbound. Gets it in.
Nice pass. Oh,
Rogie with a feed to Metzler underneath. Couldn't convert, but then Rogie comes up with a rebound, and ball's going to go out of play. Last touch, Violet Atkinson for the Harrisville Pirates. That's taken away right off the inbound pass. Steal, Nevaeh LaPlatney. She hands off to Atkinson, who will carry the ball. Pass into the corner for Bearer. Now Atkinson up top had her pass deflected, but it comes right back to her. Jackson got it to her.
That's a deep three. That was a good 22-foot jump shot. Oh, and a quick turnover from Beaver River, giving it right back to him.
You mention it. That was well beyond the arc. Didn't seem to phase Atkinson even a little bit. Didn't even look like she thought about it.
She just sized it up and said, that's in my range.
Let it rip. In the corner, she's going to take another one. That one too strong.
She was too close.
Offensive rebound, though, Bear here in the corner. Driving in.
Into the lane again.
Shot was blocked and rebounded eventually by Hannah Rogie. Has the ball now. Good defense by Bear. She's going to come up with a steal and then gives it right back. Rogie had Metzler. Finds her now. Off the foot. No kick. And that's going to be another steal for Ava Bear. Bear didn't start, but she's been all over the place.
Yeah, she's a good little ball
in this
player.
First half. Atkinson thought about the three again. She stepped out of bounds.
I feel like Atkinson's got some games, just hasn't gotten on track. She made that long three, but maybe it's part of Beaver River's defense keeping the ball out of her hands, but just seems like she seems like a scorer and just hasn't gotten on track yet. We'll see.
It's a 1-point lead for the visiting Pirates here as Beaver River takes the timeout with 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the second quarter of high school basketball, presented by the Bob Johnson Auto Group as well as Drex Subs. We're here in Beaver River again. Last time we were here, it was a back and forth game, boys game.
Boys game, yeah.
Game that went right down to the wire. I don't remember how many lead changes there were.
It was tight there just up until the last couple minutes, I think.
Zach was keeping track. I think it ended up being 9 or 10. Good basketball game. The next night we went down to Copenhagen to watch the Beaver River girls.
Yeah, that was. That ended up a big spread in that game, but Copenhagen had the big lead at halftime. Beaver River came out big scoring spurt to start the third, and then eventually Copenhagen pulled away. But seen some good basketball.
St. Croix on the ball. After the timeout, she traveled on the far side. Another turnover. And a few of those here in the first half. Both teams playing well defensively has been really the contributing factor there. It's not like either team's been sloppy. Bears going to size up the three from dead on. And another jump ball.
We might need a stat on how many jump balls we've had. That's got to be a half dozen already.
Change for Harrisville. Sullivan will check out, and Haley Schmidt will come in. Bear will inbound. Gets it to Schmidt up top. She's picked up by Rogie, and then Rogie stepped off. Atkinson driving in.
That's a travel. Yep.
Good defense again by Beaver River. They've got to inbound it here. Monette came all the way back from half court to make the inbound pass. St. Croix. She did have Anna Rogie up the court, just didn't have the
triple
air underneath the pass. The three from Jackson, no good, but an offensive rebound. Atkinson with another three on the far side, no good. Offensive rebound, Jackson, her shot, no good. Another offensive rebound, big collision.
Jeez.
And the ball is just taken away clean.
Wow. Just sounded like she had a rough landing.
And then on the far side, Anna Rogie traveled. Well, Rogie got tied up with LaPlatney underneath. And
Boy,
she
that
did.
sounded like a rough fall, but she popped right back up.
And down to the court hard. Rogie came up with the ball clean. Skip pass out of the near side for Schmidt, and then her bounce pass up top for Bear. Ball poke free briefly from Jackson. Bear driving in, shot blocked, but she was fouled. And so it'll be 2 free throws coming up.
She is quick and aggressive. She distributes the ball, but if nobody's got a shot, she's going to take it to the hole.
Maya Sullivan back in for the Pirates. First free throw is no good, off to the left for Ava Bearer. Second no good as well, and rebounded by Hannah Rogie. Long pass up the court. Naomi Rogie with a shot, no good, might have been blocked. Comes out to St. Croix, who handles it into the corner. St. Croix back up top for Rogie, gets it right back. Rogie up top. Naomi with a shot off the left side, rebounded.
Another jump ball
by Schmidt, and then another tie up. You're exactly
I don't think they flipped that arrow the last time. The last jump ball was down here, and the possession stayed with Harrisville. Yep, I think they caught it. They didn't flip the arrow, but that should have been Beaver River ball.
You could have fooled me. I wasn't paying attention to the jump ball arrow. Didn't realize I could see it here. I just had to lean around Cody Wheeler's camera. 3 from the corner.
Bang! St. Croix again.
Couple of threes now
Big
for
old
St.
smile
Croix
on her face coming down the court.
Bear driving in, mid-range floater, high off the glass, almost off the top of the backboard.
Rogie, she's got the other Rogie on the wing.
Rogie's play catch, and then St. Croix gets it up top. Into the corner. Metzler. Back out. St. Croix.
Thought she was going to put another one up.
Taken away. Atkinson with a steal.
Oh, good hands by St. Croix.
St. Croix. All of a sudden the game has turned into a track meet.
She wants another 3. I thought she was going to take it.
Naomi Rogie spinning out of the post. Doesn't get it, but she does get her own offensive rebound. And that'll reset the shot clock with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half. St. Croix. Ball poke free, but falls right to Metzler. Her shot is blocked, and she's fouled. And Metzler will head to the line.
I like the instinct. A lot of times you watch a girls' game, they'll get the ball in the lane and not know what to do with it. She got it and took it right to the hole. Good instincts, good coaching.
Couple of changes for Beaver River. Knight comes in. Knight, who the last time we saw the Beavers was doing most of the
inside
offensive and defensive rebounding work. A lot of the post play ran through her. Instead tonight,
really been a collective effort tonight.
it really has. I was going to say the player's taken over probably the most. It would be Hannah Rogie, but foul as Jackson went to the basket.
I think Metzler got her. I want to say that's 2.
Only the second team foul in the second quarter against Beaver River. 2 against Harrisville as well. First free throw from the line for Jackson is good. 14-12 is the score. And a chance to make it a 1-point game. It is.
She does.
Timeout. Called by Harrisville, it looks like, with 3 minutes and 14 seconds after a couple of free throws for Addison Jackson. Makes it a 1-point game. 14-13. Teams will talk it over here as we're approaching the end of the first half.
Only 14-30. Hasn't really, though, been a poor shooting night. Just been a lot of hands on the ball, jump balls, swipes, steals. Good defense.
Yeah, sometimes you watch a game and you think, man, these teams have missed a lot of easy buckets, easy chances. Like you said, it hasn't really been the case tonight. It's just been a matter of good defense on either side, active hands, forcing turnovers. A low-scoring first half, 14-13.
It's interesting. We were just talking about the good defense. So Beaver River just broke the huddle during the timeout with possession of the ball and 1-2-3 defense. It's like that's their focus for the game. They know if we're going to win this game, it's going to be on defense.
Travel on the far side. It definitely has been the focus for both of these teams. Play good, hard defense and go from there. Schmidt, bounce pass up top, handled eventually by Lola Miller. Good screen from LaPlatney. Schmidt against Anna Rogie. LaPlatney, skip pass to the far side, and then now into the post. And Knight straight up, able to do enough to allow her teammate Metzler in to force the jump ball. Harrisville will keep it here. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Into the corner. Schmidt dished it back up, comes all the way out to the near side. Mid-range jumper rattles in and out for Lola Miller, and another fight and another jump ball.
This has got to go Beaver River's way.
So Knight will inbound with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. She gets it to Naomi Rogie. Picked up her dribble. Gets it to Knight. Knight,
better hurry up.
Got to get it over half court. Off the foot, taken away. 10-second violation. Beaver River couldn't get it over half court.
They pressed a couple times earlier in the game, but that was a decent press there. They had bodies. It seemed like they had 7 girls in the court. Also helps that Beaver River's main ball handler, St. Croix, is on the bench.
You tell a couple players, Knight especially, didn't look the most comfortable handling the ball there, trying to get it over half court. And then foul whistled after the offensive rebound. That'll send Nevaeh LaPlatney to the line.
And here comes St. Croix back in the game.
St. Croix in, and a Rogie out. Looked like Knight was going to come over here and sit down too, but she just needed a hair tie, I think. First free throw, no good. Second coming up from the line for Nevaeh LaPlatney. Also no good.
Nice rebound. Oh.
And then lost the handle.
She had
Metzler.
great position and just couldn't control it with the one hand.
Fell to Schmidt, and Haley Schmidt gives Harrisville another lead. St. Croix involved
And a jump ball.
in a tie-up on the far side.
They've turned up that defensive pressure on the press off the inbounds, and been a while since Beaver River got it over half court.
Trailing by 1 now. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Miller back out to Schmidt on the far side. Into the post for LaPlatney. Now up top and into the near side. Good ball movement.
Oh, she just
And
created
offensive
space.
foul called.
That's a good call.
Atkinson lowered the shoulder just enough, I think.
No, and he shows it again in case somebody missed it. When in doubt, watch the official. He'll act it out for you.
Going to leave absolutely nothing up to the imagination there. No chance that anybody could possibly be confused as to what the call was. Offensive foul and then a timeout for Beaver River.
I'm thinking Coach Roberts probably was questioning the call, so he thought, let me show him exactly what she did. And he was right. It was an obvious offensive foul.
So the charge on Atkinson means Beaver River will have it under their own basket. And they've got to get it over half court. Struggling with that here the last couple sets. They do get it over eventually. Has had a lot of zip on it.
Oh, a triple. And she walked. Yep. She did take an extra step lining it up.
Knight decided to let one go. So a 1 point lead for Harrisville here as they have the basketball with 1:20. LaPlatney in the post into the corner. Good look.
Tough angle. That's a great triple.
Addison
Nice shot.
Jackson buries the shot from right in the far corner. And I think that matches the biggest lead of the game for either team. 4 points.
I believe it does. Beaver went up 3, I think.
4-0, I think, at the very beginning
you're
of the
right,
game.
yep.
Another 3, trying to answer back. That
Nice
one no
board.
good.
Oh,
Offensive rebound for Rogie. Hannah Rogie.
just too strong off the glass. Had great position, good rebound. Couldn't finish.
Good ball movement. Jackson gets to the basket, throws one up, no good. Fight for it. Offensive rebound by LaPlatney. Mid-range jumper for Atkinson. Rattles around and out, and last touch by St. Croix. So it'll be Harrisville ball. They're going to make a substitution. Atkinson will check out.
I think Atkinson, if I'm right, has 2 fouls. I think he's trying to save, not get that 3rd foul with only 30 seconds left in the half.
Jackson into the corner. Miller. And now all the way back out to the far side. Another 3. That one Schmidt. Fight for it underneath. An offensive rebound and put back in. Second chance opportunity. Nevaeh LaPlatney. Wide open underneath the basket. Nobody really blocked her out. St. Croix gets it up the court. Rogie spinning.
She walked.
She traveled. Beaver River offense.
Quite a run here from Harrisville. I think Beaver River led 13-11 after that last triple from St. Croix. And 9-1 run since then for Harrisville. They've really turned up the defense. Oh, that's got to be white ball. He say stays?
He did.
He doesn't waver on his calls. I almost believe him, even though I saw it the other way.
3.9 on the clock. Ball inbounded. LaPlatney spinning. Throws it off the glass. Offensive rebound. Shot blocked. A foul.
Yeah.
Knight thought she was straight up.
Still think she was. That's tough with no time left on the clock.
We'll see what they do. They're going to take everybody off the line.
There is no time left. Leave her out there by herself.
First free throw from Sullivan. Rattles out.
That'd be an odd feeling.
Second one no good either. It's almost like a technical, but in a way it's even more significant because the technical generally would bring everybody to half court.
Right.
Everybody completely off the court. And
just seems like an odd way for the half to end. Nobody on the court except for the shooter.
And she missed both of them. So 20-14 is the score at halftime. Like you said, right at the end of the first half, Harrisville really turned up the defensive pressure, put on the full court press, and that contributed to that big run they made there late in the
I'm going to
first.
say that last 2 to 3 minutes, Beaver River maybe got 2 shots off, and several times never got it over half court. So that's something, to me, if that's what they're doing at halftime, Coach Adams is figuring out a way to get the ball over half court. Playing well on the defensive end. Missed a couple gimmies inside, but really the problem to me has been the turnovers, especially in those last few minutes.
Both teams playing good defense, 34 total points in the first half. 20-14, a 6-point lead for the visiting Pirates here in Beaver River on high school basketball, presented by the Bob Johnson Auto Group. No matter what you're looking for, Bob Johnson's got your ride. They'll beat any deal on a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram by $30 a month. And they've got all sorts of used cars as well. Give them a call at 315-965-8072 or check it out at thebobjohnsonautogroup.com. High school basketball also presented by Drex Subs. All sorts of locations throughout the North Country. Drex, I don't think I've ever had a bad sub from any of the Drex Subs locations. And the Church Street Diner in Carthage. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And you can also see Soup of the Day throughout the week. And on Fridays, fish fry with homemade mac and cheese. Going to take a look at the stats presented by Zach Zabriskie. Bear with 5. Jackson with 7 for Harrisville. St. Croix doing most of the scoring, couple of threes for her. She's got 8 points. And Hannah Rogie with 7 boards. Metzler with 5. Knight just the 1. Didn't see a lot of the court either in that first half
she didn't
of play.
For some reason.
So at the half, Harrisville leading 20-14. We're going to take a break here for the about 8 minutes that are left in the halftime break, and we'll be returning for the second half of action on the NBC Watertown YouTube channel. My name's Connor Lalone. Ron Rockwood joining me for commentary. Cody Wheeler and Zach Zabriskie, the rest of the crew down here in Lewis County. Like I said, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back. Well, welcome back inside the gymnasium here in Beaver River, where the Beavers are hosting the Harrisville Pirates. 20-14 is the score as we get set for the second half, presented by the Bob Johnson Auto Group, Drex Subs, and the Church Street Diner on the NBC Watertown YouTube channel. My name's Connor Lalone. Ron Rockwood joining me for commentary.
Nice
Quick 2
play.
points for Metzler underneath. Cuts into the lead.
Nice scripted play out of the halftime. Quick 2, cut into that 6-point lead.
Schmidt, hands off for Atkinson. Back to Schmidt in the corner, closed down quickly by Metzler. Atkinson dishes off for Schmidt, now back up top. And LaPlatney in the post, her shot,
Boy,
affected. She was fouled.
he's pretty quick on that whistle.
Two shots coming up for Nevaeh LaPlatney. Demonstrative, I think, is the word I was looking for the whole first half. First free throw falls in, making it 21-16. Second one, no good, rebounded by Beaver River. Pass deflected out of play by LaPlatney. She came charging off the free throw line. Rebound for Aubrey Monette, who will inbound for Beaver River. And again, the press from the Pirates. Able to break it. Metzler, she traveled.
That's a walk. Yep.
So St. Croix got it over half court to Metzler, but pass let her enough. Metzler couldn't come set. And another turnover forced by Harrisville. Skip pass out to the far side. Mid-range jumper. That one's good. Falls in for Lola Miller. And it's 23-16. Rogie had her pass deflected. And it came out to Rogie, who gets it back to Rogie. And the pass couldn't be corralled, though. Taken away by Miller. Driving in, Jackson. Dishing out, Atkinson. Shot blocked.
Nice block by Monette.
Got her own rebound and went right to the basket through some contact.
Kind of just threw that one up and it went in. Harrisville now opened that lead up to 9.
Really a result of the press. Beaver River struggled with it.
Still are.
St. Croix gets it out to Anna Rogie and then pass to Metzler
And
underneath.
one.
And one, count it.
Nice. Metzler doing all the scoring here in the third quarter. That's 2 buckets. Chance to make this one a 3-point play. They need it. They went down 9. Chance to cut it back to 6.
Metzler at the line with a chance for the 3-point play. Atkinson will check out.
Get in there.
Rebounded by LaPlatney. Sullivan, who checked in for Atkinson, got a hand on it too. Up top, Schmidt.
Looked like she picked up her pivot foot there, but
Corralled by Rogie, driving to the basket, and then tried to find Metzler, instead taking the other way. Miller. Pass into the post for Sullivan, taken away. St. Croix gets it to Metzler. Back to St. Croix. Slow things down a little bit for Beaver River. Give them a chance to actually set up the offense for once. St. Croix up to the far side for Rogie, into the post. Jump ball.
well, it took us almost 3 minutes to get a jump ball here in the second half. They were about every 20 seconds in the first half.
Skip pass out to the far side for Schmidt. Schmidt has it again, guarded by Rogie, driving in. Pass down low.
Nice
And
offense.
LaPlatney off the glass for 2 points. Press really becoming an issue now for Beaver River. And foul. I think that's going to be a block. It is. Knight dribbling up the far sideline. Harrisville calls off the press
I think they want
for the
St.
time
Croix
being.
over here for. Oh, thought she was going to try to get a 3 off.
She is open on the near side. Knight's going to take the mid-range floater. That one no good. Fight for it underneath. Rebounded by LaPlatney. She gets it out to Schmidt on the far side. Haley Schmidt. Step back. Mid-range jumper for LaPlatney. Short off the iron. Fight for it. And St. Croix ties it up with Jalen Fayette. Beaver River will get this jump ball.
See if they can solve this press.
Rogie
nice look
underneath.
the Monnet.
Aubrey Monnet gets her own rebound. Doubled underneath the basket. Pass is going to be taken away. Steal for Nevaeh LaPlatney.
Good interior defense from Harrisville.
Fayette onto the far side. Now she has it back up top. Fayette. Pass deflected. And then taken away. Steal for Naomi Rogie coming the other way. From behind, had it poked free, and then another jump ball. Timeout called by Beaver Rivers. They're still struggling to cope with the Harrisville press. Haven't been able to really break it with any consistency late in the first half and here in the second.
They've really had that opening set right after halftime when they had the opening possession. After that, they've had maybe 2 offensive sets. They just cannot get that offense going by the time they get the ball up, if they get the ball up the court. Really struggling with that press.
Be something I think they would have discussed at halftime. Probably that discussion continuing still.
I would think that's the talk right now in the timeout.
27-18 is the score. Not only has Harrisville done a good job defensively here, strung together a couple of baskets to extend their lead here in the second half. Fayette will carry it over half court after the Beaver River timeout. Gets it right back up top. Now out to the near side, Bearer. And her pass taken away. Stolen by Hannah Rogie.
Nice look ahead.
Naomi in transition, can't get it. Another jump ball. Well, it really is almost comical at this point. How many jump balls there's been in this game.
I think 5:19 was our first one, and I think we've had 4 in the last minute and a half.
On top of probably 10 or 12 in the first.
At least.
Up top, long.
Campo had the look.
2. Lots of contact there.
Oh, they called a foul there.
And
thought it was going to be another jump ball.
It's going to go against Bearer, who took the worst of that contact, really. She's going to get called for the foul. So the Beavers inbound under the basket here on the near side. Knight gets it in to Rogie. Her bounce pass for Campo. Campo's going to come up with this one. Was intended for Knight up top from St. Croix. Now Ella has it.
Tonight.
Mid-range jumper for Knight. No good. Gets her own rebound. Falling away from the basket. Just throwing one up to really avoid the travel more than anything, I think. And that one taken away by Harrisville. Fayette. Bear, her pass taken away again. Good steal for Beaver River. That one taken away by Monnet. And she gets it out to Ella St. Croix. Picked up her dribble, gets it to Knight. Knight driving against Jackson. Monnet, St. Croix. Into the post. Rogie.
Oh, that's a walk. Yep.
Just nowhere to go for Hannah Rogie that time. Ran out of real estate. 2.5 minutes to go. Stepping into that one was Fayette. And eventually the ball works its way to Ella St. Croix. She'll carry. Now passing to the near side. Campo. Bounce pass back to St. Croix up top. Campo.
She didn't want it.
Had some space. You're right. Passed up the look. Knight's going to take one. That one too strong. Fight for it underneath between Fayette and Anna Rogie, and Fayette wins that one. Bear on the near side. Fayette driving it, dishing out. Good ball
Nice
movement
ball
from Harrisville.
Great passing.
Platney with a good feed underneath. Find Atkinson for the bucket. 29-18. Campo.
A little better job with the press that time. Now if they can get the offense moving and get somebody a good look. Knight's going to take the triple.
Short. Offensive rebound briefly for Anarogi. Taken out of her hands. Bear on the near side. Now back up for Fayette. Now into the corner. Driving in. And that one off the foot of Ellis St. Croix and out of bounds. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Couple of changes. Naomi Rogi will come in, and so is Eliza Metzler for Beaver River. Inbound pass, Fayette, mid-range jumper, smooth. For whatever reason, we didn't see a lot of Jalen Fayette. Started the first half for Harrisville and then didn't play a lot in that first half.
There was a spot there in the second quarter where there was I think a steal around half court, and she stayed there almost like she was shook up a little bit. They took her out. I don't think she came back in until the third quarter, but she's got her wits about her now. She's playing good ball here in the third quarter.
Mid-range jumper. Anarogi high off the backboard, rebounded by Bearer the other way with some speed.
1 on
Bearer
3 to the hole and gets her own rebound.
Got the shot off somehow. Like you said, more impressively, got her own rebound. She's going to bring it back out up top. Fayette into the post. Atkinson, good feed again.
Nice pass.
And the shot wide open under the basket. LaPlatney couldn't get it to fall. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Metzler, guarded by Fayette, now doubled. Gets it out up top for Campo and Knight. Into the corner. Rogi with the three, too strong, rebounded by Fayette. Ten seconds to go. Fayette into the corner. Jackson back to Fayette. Thought about the three. Steps in, takes the mid-range instead. Too strong. Rebounded by Bearer, and then she's fouled underneath. Should be on the floor.
It's a good word. He is very demonstrative with his calls. Oh, right inside for an easy bucket. Oh.
LaPlatney right at the buzzer adds 2 more. And a big third quarter for the Pirates, 33-18.
That 6-point lead at the half just blew up to 15. That's going to be tough. They put up 18 in 3 quarters. Going to be tough to overcome 15-point deficit in the last 8 minutes. We'll see. Harrisville seems to have found something with that inside passing. They move the ball around, and they've been working it in. Most of those points in that third quarter were on layups. Couple that with the press. Beavers got their work cut out for them here with 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, like you said, having to make up a 15-point margin when they've only scored 18 in the first 3 quarters of play. It'll be pretty difficult for them. They'll have 8 minutes to do so as we get set for the fourth quarter of high school basketball presented by the Bob Johnson Auto Group. You can view their entire inventory at bobjohnsonautogroup.com. Thank you to them, as well as the Church Street Diner and Drex Subs for sponsoring high school basketball here on the NBC Watertown YouTube channel. Ready for the fourth quarter. Harrisville leading big over Beaver River. Schmidt gets it to Atkinson. LaPlatney thought about the mid-range shot. Instead,
good look.
It's Fayette right underneath the basket. Good feed to find her.
Really sharp passing in this second half from Harrisville.
Good pressure from Miller.
Knight right through the traffic.
Pass
Nice
down
look
low.
to
Anarogi.
Nice. Good job.
Anarogi had a good night when we saw Beaver River a couple weeks ago in Copenhagen. Hasn't seen the floor a ton tonight, but picks up 2 points there, right underneath the basket. LaPlatney out to the far side. The Beaver River defense collapsed to the near side. It was a good look for Schmidt driving in. Couldn't get it to fall. Now doubled on the near side. And Beaver River called timeout. Naomi Rogie doubled on the near side, trapped after she picked up her dribble. And the Beavers will call a timeout to maintain possession. Just over a minute gone in quarter number 4. 15-point game still, 35-20.
Their offenses looked, we only got the one basket, we only had about a minute of action. Just seems a little smoother, at least for Beaver River, those first couple of possessions. But boy, that difference in the Harrisville offense in the second half compared to the first. Just the nice passing, they're looking for their teammates. A lot of assists, a lot of layups.
Able to get the ball into the post, but then instead of just taking the first shot that's available, making that extra pass to the other player underneath. It's what they've had a lot of success with here late.
Their offenses look really good in the second half. Because we've seen Beaver River now 2 games. They play good defense. And Harrisville has just moved the ball very well. They look really good.
Knight to inbound. Gets it in for Monnet. Fakes the shot, driving in. Stopped and then doubled, taken away. Good steal. Yeah, right place, right time. Lola Miller gets her hands on one. Has the ball now. Fayette fakes the 3. Mid-range jumper off the glass and in from the
She's a scorer.
Free throw line.
Uh-oh.
Beaver River able to get it over half court. Monnet stripped from behind. Taken away by Harrisville. Another steal for him. And Fayette out to this near side for Miller. Miller, guarded by Rogie. Pass to LaPlatney. Her mid-range jumper no good. Rebounded by Lola Miller. She has the ball now. Out to Fayette. Again, fake the 3. And then Schmidt's pass read and deflected out of bounds by Emily Knight. Ball will stay down there. Harrisville basketball. 16 seconds on the shot clock. 6 minutes to go in the game. Miller right back to the inbounder. Schmidt, her shot blocked. Out of bounds. They'll do it again. Long 3 from Atkinson. Rebounded by Knight. And then taken away from her by LaPlatney.
And they don't call the jump ball there.
And they do call the foul against Emily Knight.
Wow. You can sense the frustration with Emily Knight. Not sure exactly what she did wrong. Definitely not getting the benefit of the whistle tonight.
Ball inbounded to Schmidt. Pass nearly jumped, handled really well by Fayette to avoid the steal. And the mid-range falls in. Pressure again. LaPlatney got a hand on it. And then just heaved up court by St. Croix and unable to save it was Campo. Out of bounds. Another turnover forced by the Pirates. Knight will come over and take a seat. Schmidt to Fayette. Now Fayette has it right back from Miller. Miller for Atkinson. Deflected. Another jump ball.
That one should go to Beaver River.
Monnet was there to get the hand on it. It is Beaver River basketball. Had to wait for a second. Monnet. Inbound pass deflected. 19-point lead with 5 minutes to go, and Harrisville still playing all out, full court pressure. Not giving anything to Beaver River. St. Croix up for Rogie, driving in, deflected out of bounds, and then back off of Hannah Rogie. The Pirates get it right back.
The triple.
Short off the front of the iron from Fayette. And the Beavers come up with it. Campo coming the other way. Dished off. Hannah Rogie back to Campo. And now St. Croix up top. Campo. Naomi Rogie with the 3. Too strong offensive rebound. And a clean block for Atkinson, who has the ball, taking it the other way, and stolen, no, deflected out of bounds. Hannah Rogie was going to come up with a steal there. Instead, we'll force it out. So Harrisville will inbound under the basket at the far end of the gym. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Fayette driving in, floater with the right hand, in and out, and taken away by Naomi Rogie. Picked up her dribble, got it to St. Croix. Had Hannah Rogie right under the basket. Didn't see her. Good feed to find Monnet. Monnet through some contact, gets it in off the glass. 4 minutes to go.
Good patience there. She waited, made that one more pivot, and was able to get an open look.
Fayette out to Miller on the far side. Gets it right back. Fake the 3. Dished out to Haley Schmidt, who has the ball driving in. Schmidt picked up her dribble. Bounce pass, deflected and taken away. Campo came up with it. Naomi Rogie driving right to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Comes out to Monnet, and then foul. Wasn't sure if that was going to be another jump ball.
I thought that was coming, but boy, she's working hard on the glass, Aubrey Monnet.
Miller picks up the foul. St. Croix will inbound for Beaver River. Anna Rogie gets it and then gives it right back. Harrisville the other way. That's Bear. Steal for Maya Sullivan. Bear on the far side in the corner. Closed down by Metzler. It's to Fayette, guarded by Anna Rogie. Bounce pass into LaPlatney. She hands off and then gets it right back from Bear. Bear in the corner. Three-pointer short. And Metzler comes up with a rebound, stepped out of bounds.
Just not the night for Beaver River. Play good defense, they get the rebound, and then find themselves just falling out of bounds. Harrisville's got a couple of players. Bear, when she's been in, and also Fayette. Boy, they can, if the offense isn't working, they can make their own shots. Pretty big asset in the girls' game. If you can maneuver and make your own shot off the dribble, that's a huge asset.
Having multiple players that can handle the ball with confidence, too, makes such a difference. Free throw from LaPlatney, no good. And the second rattles out as well, rebounded by Metzler. Dished off to Rogie. Metzler gets it to St. Croix. Beavers break half court. Monnet.
Nice move.
Good lane to the basket. Shot no good. Anna Rogie fighting for it underneath, and then Monnet whistled for the foul. Monnet will take a seat as Emily Knight checks back in. Zach Zabriskie informing me that that's the 5th foul for Monnet. So
she's out.
She'll be done for the remaining 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Bear not on the same page that time with Sullivan. Passed it straight out of bounds. 2.5 minutes to go. 39-22. Favor of the visiting Pirates. Rogie on the far side, bounce pass to Knight. Knight's mid-range jumper from the free throw line, in and out, got her own rebound, drew the foul, and she'll head to the line for 2.
Probably happy to hear a whistle go in her favor tonight. She's been on the wrong end of that whistle several times.
First one from the line for Knight, in and out. Not a lot of luck with the way the ball's bounced here, especially in the second half. for Beaver River. Second free throw. That one does fall in for Emily Knight. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Fayette out to Bear. And Fayette gets it right back. Pass out to the far side. Jackson with the three. Offensive rebound.
Oh, nice touch pass.
Just waiting for the whistle on a foul, but
Emily Knight completely vertical, but she's been that way a couple times tonight and been whistled. So
instead the ball judged to have gone out of play. Knight with the three.
Oh,
off the rim twice.
Yeah.
And that one's Harrisville's basketball. Minute 40 now to go. Jackson, pass deflected, taken away. Good hands by Knight to force the steal. And then Knight trailing.
Dribble, there we go.
Rogie and to Metzler. St. Croix closed down quickly, but
her third three of the night. Oh,
looked good. It had a good line. It just
did.
Missed
from our angle.
Left of the basket. St. Croix did well to create her own shot there. After being doubled, closed down quick. Timeout on the floor. Called, I believe.
I'm not sure who called it. I want to say Harrisville.
I thought Harrisville called it as well with a minute 16. And a 16-point lead. 39-23. Not too certain what Coach Roberts and the Pirates can be talking about over there.
I'm wondering if he's trying to get a chance to get some of his players off the bench into the game.
That would be my thought. Looks
like he's got a few girls that haven't been in yet.
A couple of substitutions for him, so that makes some more sense.
Yerkebeck, I don't think, has been in the game, and I thought I saw maybe Carter. I don't think they've been on the floor yet. I'm going to guess. I don't know what else he would have called the timeout for with a minute to go.
No, good calls. First time both of those players in. And Yerkebeck's going to take the shot. Was short. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Maya Sullivan. So Beaver River will get the ball with 1 minute and 1 second to go in the fourth quarter. Trailing by 16. St. Croix. Knight, long three. And then that hit the support there of the backboard. I was just waiting for it to bounce back in after it had gone out of bounds. Just and that kind of night, especially for Emily Knight. Pass down low. Shot no good. Rebounded by Anna Rogie. Sullivan rather, couldn't get the shot to fall. St. Croix looking for Anna Rogie down low. Couldn't handle the pass. It'll go out of play with 31.2 on the clock.
Not quite enough time for the shot clock to be shut off, but a second and a half difference. Let's see if they milk the clock or if they try to get one of the new players into the game another shot. There's Yerkebeck. I think they'd like her to shoot.
Instead falls to...
Somehow the game clock caught up to the shot clock. They're now the same. Not sure how that happened, but...
Yerkebeck on the far side, tied up.
And a jump ball. That seems
fitting. Shot clock and the game clock
are
just
she
about
takes the
even.
Triple bang! And she celebrates on the court. Good for her. They're more excited for her, I think, than they are for the win. Good for her. I'm going to guess that might be her first points of the season by the way they reacted.
Wouldn't surprise me based on that celebration.
That whole team is excited over there. giving her a round of applause.
Still cheering for Aya Yurkovec, who buried a 3 right there at the very end of the game. And make it 42-23. Put the very finishing touches on for Harrisville over Beaver River here tonight. Good defensive battle between the two teams. Harrisville able to turn on the press when they really needed it. And that's what made the difference in this one late in the first half and then throughout the entirety of the second, the press.
Yeah, they really, really turned Beaver River over a lot in that second half, and then enough good interior passing to get several good layups, and that was enough to pull away. Good-looking team.
Looking at the stats from Zach Zabriskie. Beaver River St. Croix, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals. Metzler, 7 points, 8 rebounds, and a block. On the other side, no real standout player, but that's a testament to the way that Harrisville played. Spread the ball around, got everybody involved. Fayette, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, despite not really playing much in the first half. Jackson, 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. And Atkinson, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. So I don't know who you want to
I was just going to say,
pick for
pick
MVP.
a player of the game.
They spread the
One
ball
for each
around
team.
really well.
I think I would have to give it to Fayette for Harrisville. Just solid. She did it when she was in the game. The offense just seemed to run more smoothly. She brought the ball up the court. She really, to me, seems like the anchor of that team. For Beaver River, I mean, if I'm picking, I got to give it to Monnet inside. St. Croix had a couple nice threes early, but Monnet just anchors that inside. She played really tough inside tonight. So.
Well, there you have it. Arguments for Fayette and Monnet from Ron Rockwood.
You pick them next time.
I can't disagree with it. I will. How about that? We'll trade off.
Fair enough.
On picking player of the game. Fayette takes the honors tonight for the Harrisville Pirates as they win over Beaver River here on Beaver River Senior Night. For Cody Wheeler, Zach Zabriskie, and Ron Rockwood, my name's Connor Lalone. Thank you for joining us on high school football. Felt like football a couple of times. It was pretty physical.
Like
high school basketball, presented by the Bob Johnson Auto Group, Drex Subs, and the Church Street Diner. Thank you all for tuning in, and we hope you join us in the future. Have a great rest of your night.